Welcome to 8th Standard Chemistry online class. Today we will be concluding our fourth lesson in chemistry. So far in the previous class we have studied about protons and electrons. So now the next subatomic particles, protons, electrons and neutrons, isn't it? Now we are going to discuss about the discovery of nucleus. So this nucleus was discovered by Ernest Rutherford. Okay, Ernest Rutherford in 1911 through his alpha particle scattering experiment. So what he did now, he bombarded the thin gold foil with the alpha particles. So these alpha particles made a conclusion. So this alpha particles rays, what they do? Most of the alpha particles went straight through the foil. This is explained by the fact that they were not attracted to or repelled by any particle. In other words, the atom is almost empty. So most of the rays travel through the atom and some are getting diverted and some are returned back. So from that he concluded most of the atom is empty, and some of these particles deviated slightly from their path. This shows that they were repelled to a small extent by a positive charge. The charge of the alpha particles is positive. Charge of the alpha particle is positive, so they are repelled means there must be some positive charge. He came to a conclusion there must be some particle charge inside the nucleus, inside the atom. Very few of the particle, the ones at the center almost retraced their path. This is meant they were strongly repelled by a small positively charged body at the center of the atom. This positively charged body is called the nucleus. So he named the positively charged particle which is at the center of the atom as nucleus. Since the electrons has negligible mass, the mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus. So we know that electrons don't have mass, isn't it? Negligible mass. So the mass of the mass of the atom is accumulated, collected together at the center of the atom. Okay, then Rutherford also theorized that electrons revolve around the nucleus at a large distance from it. At a large distance from it, neutrons and protons are present in the center of the atom, that is the nucleus, and the electrons are present far away from the nucleus. Was the atomic structure given by Rutherford, and Rutherford only discovered this nucleus. Is it clear, children? Another scientist called Niels Bohr, he presented the atomic model. According to it, electrons revolve around the nucleus in their own orbit, just as the planets do in the solar system. So it resembles the atomic structure given by Niels Bohr is similar to the solar system. Okay, so it represents the solar system. The electrons revolves around the nucleus and the neutrons and protons are present inside the nucleus. So this is about the atomic structure. Now, number of subatomic particles in an atom. We have learned that atoms, subatomic particles are present in the atoms, but how many numbers of subatomic particles are present in this? To know this, we must know about the atomic number and mass number. Let us learn what is an atomic number. The atomic number or the number of proton or of an element is the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom of the element. So atomic number or the proton number. Atomic number is nothing but proton number, and it is equal to the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Is it clear? So the symbol of proton is Z. Okay. Now the mass number, the sum of the numbers of protons and neutrons. Number of protons and neutrons in an atom is called the mass number. So mass number is nothing but number of protons plus electrons is the, protons plus neutrons is the mass number, and the symbol of mass number is capital A. Is it clear, children? Do you understood? So the proton number or atomic number is Z and mass number is capital A. So please try to remember this carefully. Now the next topic is nuclide symbol. How to write the nuclide symbol? For that, for writing the nuclide symbol, we must know the atomic number and mass number, as well as number of electrons, protons and neutrons present in an atom. This tabular column shows the atomic number, mass number, symbols and number of particles, that is electron, proton and neutron of some of the elements. Okay, so by this the nuclide symbol can be expressed as X, A by A at the top and Z at the bottom. So this is the nuclide symbol. This is the nuclide symbol. X is the symbol of the element, and you know that A is the, what is A? A is the mass number and Z is the atomic number of the element. For example, the nuclide symbol 1735 chlorine 3517 represents a chlorine atom whose atomic number is 17. Atomic number should be written at the bottom. Okay, atomic number should be written at the bottom, and the atomic number should be written at the bottom. The atomic number of chlorine is 17 and the mass number is 35. Okay, you can immediately guess that these there are 17 electrons and 17 protons. 17 electrons. So see, the number of protons and number of electrons are always equal. Number of protons and the number of electrons are equal. If we know the number of protons, we can easily find out the number of electrons. So number of proton here, in this case number of proton is 17, means then the number of electrons is also 17. Okay, so what is the number of neutrons? How can we calculate the number of neutrons? So we can calculate this by using the formula A minus Z, that is mass number minus atomic number. So what is the mass number value? 35. So when you subtract the mass number by the atomic number is 17. So 35 minus 17 equal to 18 neutrons in an atom. Is it clear? Now we have learned that electrons are arranged like planets in the solar system. So how this arrangement is possible? So according to Bohr's model, the electrons revolve around the nucleus in shells called K, L, M and N. So these are the shells name. They are named in the order starting from the innermost shell. The first shell is called K shell and the second shell is L, and so on. The number of electrons in these shells follows a set of rules that you will be reading in your higher classes. Okay, so let us discuss some of the common elements atomic structure. The first one is hydrogen. Hydrogen, the number of electrons is 1. The number of proton is also equal to 1. So number of neutron equal to A minus Z. What is A minus Z? A's value is 1 and proton's value, the is a atomic number is also 1. So proton mass number is also 1. So 1 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So the number of neutrons in hydrogen is 0. Look at the atomic structure of hydrogen, only 1 electron. So you have accommodated the first 1 electron in the first shell. This is about hydrogen. So now come to the second element, carbon. Carbon, the number of electrons is 6, number of protons is also 6. That is the atomic number. Yes, that is the mass number. That is the mass number. And what about the atomic number? The atomic number is that is the atomic number. Say number of protons is the atomic number. And what about the mass number? Mass number is nuclide. From the nuclide symbol we can write the mass number is 12. No, am I right? The mass number is 12. So using the formula A minus Z, using the formula A minus Z, what is the A value? 12. A value is 12 and Z value is 6. So you will get the answer as 6. Okay, this is the number of neutron. And since 6 electrons are present there, accommodate the first shell can have only maximum of 2 cells, 2 electrons, and second shell can have 8 electrons. So accordingly you arrange the electrons. So first shell 2 electrons, second shell totally we have 6 electrons. So among the 6 we have already arranged 2, so remaining 4 in the outermost shell. So now come to nitrogen. Nitrogen, the number of electrons is 7 and number of protons is also equal to 7. So the mass number is 14. From the nuclide symbol the mass number is 14. So 14 minus 7 equal to 7, that is neutron's value is 7. and we are going to arrange the 7 electrons. So first shell 2 electrons, next shell 5 electrons. Okay, then oxygen number of electrons is 8, protons is also 8, and neutrons mass number is 16, so 16 minus 8 is 8. Number of neutron is 8, and the electron arrangement is first 2 electrons in the first shell, and from the 8 electrons 2 are arranged, so 6 more electrons in the outermost shell. The next element is sodium. The number of electrons is 11. The number of protons is also equal to 11. The number of neutrons from the nucleate symbol, that is mass number is 23 from the nucleate symbol, so 23 minus 11 is 12 neutrons. And the atomic arrangement, let us see the atomic arrangement. 2 electrons in the first shell, then 8 electrons in the second shell, and one more left out. Okay, that electron in the in the last outermost shell. So totally 11 electrons. The final element is chlorine. The electrons number is 17, protons number is also 17, and from the nucleate symbol the mass number is 35. So mass number minus atomic number, that is A minus Z, equal to 18. So the number of neutron is 18. Also electrons, arrange the electrons. First shell 17 electrons we have to arrange. So first shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, so totally 10 electrons we have arranged. The next shell, remaining 7 electrons are arranged. The outer shell has 7 electrons. This is the atomic structure. So we have discussed the atomic structure so far. Okay children, this is about the atomic structure of atoms. Then ions. What are ions? What are ions, children? Any idea? See, there is a concept that when an atom is said to be stable, atoms are stable, isn't it? They are not collapsing each other, so they are stable. When they will be stable means the outermost shell carries 8 electron structure, then it is considered to be stable. Consider the case of sodium. In the case of sodium, the outermost shell has only 1 electron. So if it loses that 1 electron, it will have the outermost shell contains 8 electrons, isn't it? By losing means this third shell won't be there. Third shell won't present there. Only this second shell will be there, and it contains 8 electrons, and that's why it will become electrically stable. Okay, so since it is ready to give one electron, so the charge of this sodium symbol is Na. Since it is ready to give one electron charge is negative, so by giving the electron it will attain the positive charge. Okay, Na, it will become Na plus. Do you understood? Na plus. Is it clear, children? So now look at the chlorine atom. The structure of chlorine atom. In chlorine atom, 7 electrons at the 7 electrons at the outermost shell. So when it will become stable, by gaining one electron, so Cl is the symbol of chlorine. See, it gains the electron, negative sign, it is getting the negative sign, so 1 electron, so minus. Cl minus is the sign attained by chlorine. So this Na plus and Cl minus are called to be ions. Na plus is the positive ion and Cl minus is the negative ion. So when these two combine, they form NaCl. This 1 electron is given to chlorine, and chlorine gets this 1 electron, and this sodium also becomes stable, and chlorine also becomes stable. Do you understood this, children? That is how the compounds are formed. This NaCl, no? What is NaCl? Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is nothing but the chemical name of common salt which we are using in our food. Is it clear? So that's the end of this lesson. Hope you have understood the lesson thoroughly, children. So complete your assignment, report in the group without fail, children. Also prepare thoroughly for the upcoming exams. I have already sent you the question pattern and the portion, so go through it carefully and prepare well for your half yearly exam. Write the exam very neatly and score mark high. Thank you children. Meet you in the next class.